What going on, y'all? Boy, it's your new favorite gamer, Dageecheegamer. Welcome here, welcome back. Bow. Alright, so at this point, you guys may have been seeing me around a little bit. You know, maybe you caught one of my Twitch streams. Maybe you've seen a Geechee B or caught an episode of Geechee Brackets. Maybe you've seen one of my YouTube videos, my gameplays, or my interviews. I don't know, maybe a little makeup review, something like that. You might have caught me singing on TikTok or, you know, just posting makeup videos and pictures on Instagram. I don't know. But I figure there's no better time than now to go ahead and officially introduce myself to you all. I am Dageecheegamer. So I wanted to just, you know, take the time to let you guys know a little bit about myself, kind of like how I got into gaming and content creation, where I come from and where I intend to go, you know what I'm saying? So let's get right into it. So the name, Dageecheegamer, where does it come from? Well, for those of you who don't know, I am from North Charleston, South Carolina. That is the home, one of the many homes of the Gullah Geechee people in the southern United States. The Gullah Geechee people are the descendants of those enslaved Africans who were brought over to like the lower southeastern states during the time of the Atlantic slave trade. So those are, you know, my ancestors, the people who came from that area. My great grandmother, she was born on Dewey Hill before he been Liberty Hill. Nice and so they're my people. Even to this day, my folks still out there, so that's where it's at. So I'm paying tribute to my culture, to my people, the culture I'm aware of anyways. It goes a little deeper, but you know, I was raised in North Charleston. I was raised in South Carolina, so that's what I'm familiar with. That is the culture I'm most aware of within me. So I just wanted to kind of pay tribute to my folks, you know, by throwing that Geechee in there. I'm a Geechee gal, you nice in. But I'm also a gamer, so duh, Geechee-gamer. Duh, you know, it's just like saying duh, but like we Geechee, so we don't say the TH, nice and like, we just say duh, like, you know, duh, Geechee-gamer. All right, so how I got into gaming, I've actually been gaming since I was like a little girl. I can't really remember what my first game was. It was either Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis, or it was Super Mario Brothers on the NES. It was one of my dad's consoles. He had both consoles, and he had those games. So I don't really remember which one would have been the first one that I played, but it was definitely one of the two. But growing up, you know, we never really had a lot of money, so I never had a console of my own until I was a little bit older. But I kind of like lived vicariously through my cousins because, you know, they always had everything. So my cousin Danny, shout out to Danny, I kind of lived through her. She had the track and field game, she had the Nintendo, and Danny always had like every system. She had everything. But I remember she had the track and field game with the little pads and you had to like run on it, like like that game. I remember playing that with her when we were really little. Duck Hunt, stuff like that. Which system was that? That wasn't even the Super Nintendo. Look at that. Huh. I don't know. I could be mixing them all up. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't own any of them. I just kind of played with them, with my cousins, whatever they had at the time. And there was my big cousin Sasha, who they had a PlayStation. That's the first console I remember playing with them. And she would play like all the scary stuff, like Resident Evil. And I don't know what it is about that girl, but she loved playing some scary games, and I'm still scarred by it to this day. But I'll never forget, when I got real serious about it, she had this game called Bust a Groove. To this day, it's still one of my favorite games. It's a rhythm dance game where you kind of, it's a precursor to DDR. So it's like you kind of follow the arrows and you have to hit the arrows and the shapes on beat. There's like different combinations and you have different attacks and moves and things like that. The characters are really cool. The songs are really nice, really dope songs. Actually, you're talking 90s music, so you know they weren't half-stepping at all. And the levels and stuff like that, the different maps, and it was really cool. It was a really cool game. It's like impossible to find now, at least at a decent price. I really wish I could get my hands on it. If anybody wants to send me a copy of Bust a Groove and Bust a Groove 2, I will love you forever. Just saying. I mean, you might need to send me a PS1 and a memory card too, but you know, we'll get to that later. But I'll never forget when I was about 10 years old, I saw a commercial for Final Fantasy IX, and I had never seen anything like that before. Like, it was just so brand new to me, and I was like, what is this? Like, I was just like captivated by the commercial. I was like, what is this? I need to get this. And when I saw what it was, I asked my mom, I was like, Mommy, can I please have that game? Because like at this point we finally had a PlayStation, a OG PlayStation 1, but like we only really had like the demo discs and stuff like that, so we didn't have a lot of games. But I was just determined. I was like, I have to have this game. I don't know what this is, but I need it. I need it. So that Christmas, she got me Final Fantasy 9. She actually had it wrapped up with it looked like a little small box when she gave it to me, right? Like this big. It was Final Fantasy 9, and she wrapped it with the Unleash the Dragon album by Cisco. So that should tell you like where my interests lied at that time. So, because that was like the best Christmas ever. I got a boombox. I plugged it in. I put in my Cisco CD, and then I played Final Fantasy 9. It was amazing. Greatest Christmas ever. Ever since then, I've been a very avid gamer. I love video games. It's always been kind of an escape for me. When everybody else was worried about boys, I was playing video games. I was one of those, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even really have an interest in boys. I was in the marching band and I played video games. So that should tell you like what you need to know about me. But yeah, I mean, and to this day, like I'm still a huge fan of story-based games. I love to play story-based games. In my personal time, I love JRPGs. Specifically, and I'm addicted. I absolutely love choice-based games. It's like my favorite because I'm a big book nerd, and I've always really liked those choose-your-own-adventure type of books. So to have video games that do that it's perfect. I love it so much. But even now, I've also, you know, expanded my repertoire, I guess you would say. There was one in time you could not pay me to touch a horror game. Now, I kind of live for it. I'm not even gonna lie. But in moderation. And shooters and stuff. Because before I would really just play like JRPGs, fighting games. That would be about it. Like in story-based games. But then like now, you know, I'll play shooters. Love Apex. I'm addicted to Apex. I'll play, you know, puzzle games. Sports games, not so much. I've never really been a sports person, so I still really don't play those. But, you know, I really like story-based, choice-based games is like my go-to. Horror games, if it's the right horror game, at the right time with the right people. Or, you know, I'm willing to try anything at least once, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm open. I'm a variety content creator now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a variety gamer, so I play a little bit of everything. All right, so you guys sent me a few questions to ask about me, so I just wanted to go ahead and touch on those a little bit. You know, this isn't gonna be a very long video. I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about me, and you know, just kind of get to know me a little better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's gonna get to these questions. Who's your favorite comic book hero? I do not read comics. I never really have. I've only seen like one real comic in my life. And you're gonna laugh at me when I tell you this, but okay, so my mom's a nurse, and when I was little, she worked at an STD clinic. And so like the only real comic I've ever read was this comic about hepatitis C that she brought home, and that's the only one I read from start to finish. And I mean, it was very informative, like very entertaining, but aside from that, I only ever really read like Sunday paper comics, so that's about it. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is... Let me just be clear. I'm not picky, except I don't like gelatinous things like Jell-O, pudding. I don't like stuff like that it don't feel right in my mouth. I don't like it. But I will eat tacos. Tacos is my favorite thing. I love tacos. I will eat tacos all day, every day. If I had to live on tacos, I could. What are your favorite video games so far? So far, well, like I said, I love Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10. Those are definitely my top two, and they're interchangeable. It just kind of depends on the mood I'm in, because like some days Final Fantasy 9 is my absolute favorite, but then some days 10 kind of like creeps on up in that spot. So I can't really say for sure which one it is, but those two are definitely in the top spot. I absolutely love Telltale Games, The Walking Dead series, and The Wolf Among Us. Again, like I said, I love choice-based games, so like those are high up on my list, very specifically The Walking Dead series. It was so well put together. I love the characters. I had such a good time playing it, and even to this day, like to me, the replay value is very high up there. Like I will touch that game again and again and again, just because it's like a comfort game for me at this point. And of course, like I said, Bust a Groove and Bust a Groove 2, favorite games. Those again, I could play like again and again. I like things that are really, you know, retro at this point. Just kind of for the nostalgia factor, because, you know, like, I'm a grown up now and sometimes I just want to be a kid again. So yeah. Where are you from and where do you want to live? So like I said, I'm from Chaptown. I'm from North Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, I'm from Charleston. I've lived in Charleston until I was about 20, and then I moved to Atlanta, and then now I live in Ghana. I've been in Ghana for just over a year now. And as far as where I want to live, I can't say there's any place in particular that I want to live, as in like settle permanently. I feel I find myself to be like a very universal being, so to pick one place to be, I feel like kind of limits me just as a person, because there's so much of the world to be experienced and explored, and I feel like I couldn't just settle on one place. Like I feel like I haven't seen enough of the world to really be able to decide yet, you know what I'm saying? But if I had to go back to the States, I love Atlanta so much. Like I would definitely go back to Atlanta. If I could afford it, I'd go to California, but gas like $7 out there right now, boy, I can't do that. Do you model? If not, why? Of course, don't you see me modeling this Geechee gang merch? Look at me. You see me? I don't model. Why? Because I'm awkward as fuck, as you could see just now when I was trying to model the hoodie, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, I don't know, it's not something I will. For one, I'm only 5'7"3/4.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So I've never really been tall enough to be anybody's model, but I'm also, like I said, I'm kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know like what to do with my body and my face and stuff. Like, I don't know how to model. I don't know if I could ever be comfortable enough with myself to be able to do that seriously. I used to want to, at least when I was a teenager, but again, I was always kind of like insecure and a little weird, you know, so it's just always been kind of awkward. So I never really thought about taking it seriously. I never really had like the height or the body shape or the hair or whatever, you know, that it would take, at least in my opinion, to be able to be a model successfully. So I never really took it seriously. I never really like seriously considered it, or just wanted to pursue it. It's not really my thing. Now, would I be down to model? For sure. You know, I'm here for a paid gig. Like, coach me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what I gotta do. Ellie or Clementine? Listen, I just got through streaming The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. All I gotta say is, Clementine never sought out to slaughter an entire nation over one person. I feel like not only am I more attached to Clementine because I played the Walking Dead series first, I don't know. Clementine, to me, Clementine is just a better person than Ellie. I feel like Ellie is really a trash human being. Let's just call a spade a spade. Ellie is a trash human being. And for them both to be like little children like that, going through a zombie apocalypse, one of these people handled it way better than the other. That's all I'm gonna say. Not Ellie. If you could eat one dish for the rest of your life, what would it be? Tacos. Fish tacos, shrimp tacos, chicken tacos, beef tacos. I don't eat pork, so none of that. Whatever, put everything on it, put nothing on it, put some cheese, sour cream, lettuce, tomatoes, hot sauce, chicken juice, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I love tacos. All right, so that's really it. I mean, if you guys want to know anything else about me, make sure you follow me on Twitter. You can hit me up anytime. You can hit me up on Instagram. You can come pop it on one of my streams, you know, throw a little question or two out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty open, you know, pretty approachable. At least that's what I hear, you know. Make sure you check out moderndayhippiesco.com. You can get your own Geechee Gang merch. This is the hoodie. This is the Geechee Gaming hoodie. As you can see, it's a little holographic foily type of situation. It's very comfortable. This is a medium I'm wearing, and I'm a very tiny person, so just keep that in mind. We also have t-shirts and crop hoodies, so you make sure you get yours. I want to see y'all wearing them at DreamCon, you understand? Because I'm gonna be there, and I want to see y'all wearing them when I get there. So make sure you go follow that link and get yours so you can have it in time. It's only a few months away. It's right around the corner. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for sticking around, being interested enough about me to listen to me talk about myself and answer these random ass questions. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that follow button, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those wonderful things that bring a person to this video and to this channel. Until the next time, y'all boy haul 'em.